Hi, so welcome to the podcast today, and we want to today get ourselves into talking about one of the fundamental issues that we see in the society today. Election is going to be coming up in the next few weeks here in Ghana, and many people are on the fence deciding or saying that they are not going to vote. But the question we want to ask ourselves and address is it right? Should you vote? Should you stay out of politics, governance? Should you not be involved in the selection of our leaders? And so let me hear from you in the comment section. Are you voting? Maybe you are watching outside Ghana, your country. Would you be voting? Why would you vote? Why wouldn't you vote? Let's get excited and put them in the comment section. But we're going to be getting ourselves into that discussion on the podcast today. Miguel, you have some theories in relation to why you think people don't want to vote
Yeah.
in the country. What are you saying?
The reasons I have, for instance, why people refrain themselves from voting is simple. Because sometimes, you see, voting in the country is very difficult. And some of the reasons are the long queues.
Okay.
So some of these things comes with a lot of stress.
Right.
So it doesn't really make voting in the country
Attractive.
very attractive.
All right.
And then the second point is also that the hardship in the country.
That's very important. The hardship in the country.
Yeah.
Okay. So hardship. What are people really looking at in terms of hardship?
So maybe sometimes you see people are selling and then there are no buyers. So maybe the high cost of living and then the rental issues and all that.
But the Bank of Ghana recently released a report, and they are like the economy is growing. So
Yeah, you see, with Africa, a lot of things are on theory. But
Okay.
when you come on the field, it's totally different.
okay.
You see, sometimes they say that when whatever it is, people go on the tangent on looking at the theory aspect of everything.
Yeah.
But you see, when you really want to see how the country is really tough, you have to go out there to the market people and all that. People who are not really at the offices and stuff.
Okay.
Because when you are a trader, you have to make it happen for yourself.
That's right.
You don't have to go, because sometimes you see with the institutions of the government, you can go to work and then maybe you can be unproductive, but still now at the end
You will
of the
get
day,
some
you are
pay.
expecting a salary.
Right.
But with the stress on the market or with
In the informal sector,
Yeah.
especially.
yeah, thank you. So
Right.
with the informal sector, you have to go and make things happen for yourself. In the regard that you have to chase after people, call on people, and then things. Sometimes people will come and then they want to buy the things on credit.
Yeah.
You see, and come with all sorts of excuses. And
So does it mean that our leaders don't understand what's going on? Because really what you hear some of these people saying is, oh, our economy is turning, like things are getting better. But I've not seen fuel price significantly falling.
okay,
I've not seen prices of goods and services significantly falling. The dollar is, the Ghana city is still depreciating, causing cost of living to really go up. So what's really the thing? On one side, the government in power is saying, oh, we have turned the corner. Bank of Ghana is saying, oh, the economy is growing. But the citizens cannot feel it. And so that is the justification for them not to vote, generally at the end of the day. But so how is it that the leaders are not aware of what is happening, or they know, and like you said, they just want to just put the theories out to, some Diana. What's really the issue?
it's not that they are not aware of what is going on. You see, I always come from this point that politicians are also human beings, just like we are. They are also married. They have siblings and their wives as brothers and all this, and they give them pressure. Put my brother somewhere and all those kind of things. So they are aware. But the point is, when you are in government, you can't come out boldly and say that things are very difficult. Because the main reason why you were put out there was to make things a little bit not tighter. You have to make things loose for people to be able to move around and all that.
Right.
So when you come out and say that, yeah, I understand things are very difficult, singing the same slogan, the opposition may be singing, it means you have failed.
But is that not what our leaders are supposed to do? That, hey, they acknowledge that they've screwed up. They should acknowledge that, it's hard. Yeah, we can blame other things, but they have. Wouldn't it be better for them to say, hey, yeah, na yes, yeah, but I over it. Into more dear, like, is that not leadership? Is that not what leadership should be?
Also about Africa, leadership is different.
Okay.
Only two muse were feeling no. Until me yes I didn't because we need a different mindset. Once obedia two muse I did we are me make us a me by saying yes and etieno. A best step on the ego. Sometimes people wake up and then say that we can do better. Then maybe they are voted into power. And as you said, if you are voted into power and the things that you promised you can't deliver on your promises, the best thing to do is to come out and say, but you see the other people who use it
against you. Yes, because if you look at this Galamsey issues, which is part of the hardship in the country, look at the Galamsey issues. There are people who are justifying that they are unemployed.
Yeah.
So that is their livelihood.
Yeah.
They don't have any job. So they have to do those things to survive.
Yeah.
Now, if NPP should come up right now and say, we are putting in place A, B, and C to solve the issue, stop all these people from, how do we call it, going to engage in the Galamsey, the illegal mining, NDC is going to come and say, you see, they have caused you to be unemployed. So when we come, we will make sure that we give all of you job. We will bring you together and all of those things. Yeah. So it means the quality of leadership is also another thing that is contributing to the hardship. Yeah. Because MPP and NDC is our problem in this country. Yeah. Because look at 2020. I am sure that MPP was putting in place some measures to deal with the Galamsey. Yeah. But they lost NDC leverage on it. Yeah. And so MPP lost some of their seats in those areas and NDC got those seats. Then right now you are seeing that coming in. MPP is saying one thing about the Galamsey, NDC is also saying another thing about the Galamsey. So like the quality of leadership we have is also a problem which is contributing to the hardship in the country, which is not good.
I think that the problems in the country is not dependent on the NDC and the MPP.
Okay.
I solely think that the problem is dependent on the citizens of the country.
Right.
We go out there and give them the mandate to lead us as a nation. And over the years, there has been different parties that we could have tried them to see. But you see, I also understand that governance is a serious business. You can't come and do try and error.
Right.
So sometimes people want to always go with the proven people in the game. But these people have messed the country up. The two parties have messed the country up. And then we are still giving them the mandate. So if you tell me the problem is NDC or MPP, I may disagree.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it is the populace that go out and vote.
But the populace also support these two parties.
Yeah.
Because I've heard stories where somebody is like, I don't care. Even if it is a goat on the ballot paper, as far as it is NPP, I'm going to vote. Even if it is a dog on the ballot paper, as far as it's NDC, I'm going to vote. So although we are complaining about the hardship, and we are like, oh, we don't like what is going on, it's like majority of us also don't have the brain to analyze that we are part of the problem. Yeah. Because as you said, we gave them the mandate. Yeah. And if you give somebody a mandate and the person doesn't fulfill the mandate, you have to change the person. But our politics in this country has become, hey, I am from Ashanti, I am an Achim, I am an Ewe, I am from the north, I am from the this.
The problems of Africa will linger for a longer time. Because you see, Africans lack one thing that is key in politics. That's accountability.
Right.
Because if, let's say, you come to me for a mandate to lead, and then we, the population of the country, rally behind you and give you our mandate. Now, you are supposed to look at our interests. But you see, as you rightly mentioned, our politics in Africa is in a way that I don't know, is something that you can't be proud of. You see the point? And the key point is that, like you mentioned, there's a lot of tribalism in our politics. And people vote NDC and MPP solely because maybe one identifies as an Ashanti or an Ewe and so forth and so on. And then start voting based on policies
and issues facing
us, and the people, competent people who can come into office and change things for us.
And that is why I am on the defense that the people who say they are not going to vote, they are making a big mistake.
Yeah.
Because whether you vote or you don't vote, there will be somebody in the Flagstaff House after 7th January 2025.
That's correct.
Whether you vote or not, there will be members of parliament.
Yeah.
So, and they are going to decide the outcome of your future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your dream, whether you make it or not, will be dependent on these people. Yeah. So it is then important to identify, to pick somebody.
Yeah.
Vote. Because, if you don't like MPP and NDC, there is New Force. There is Revolution for Change. There is what? CPP. Yeah. There are other options available. Then, so if you are saying that MPP and NDC, nobody is good, so I'm not going to vote, then you will allow people who don't have the capacity to think about the consequences of their decisions to make and decide the next 4 years of your life. And by extension, one thing is that what this government has done in the last 7 years is going to be lingering around in the next 10, 15, 20 years. Yeah. Look at the haircuts people are suffering. Yeah. Look at the exchange rate. People's businesses collapsing and various things. Yeah. All of these will go decades. Yeah. So if you're not involved to decide who should be my president, who should be my member of parliament, then suddenly you are digging yourself into the grounds. Yeah. So that's why I said, yes, you could have a point and say, oh, MPP is not good. MPP is not good. Okay, then let's ignore them. When the day on the ballot, go vote for the person you think will be a better alternative. Yeah. But sitting on the sideline and say, I won't vote because I can't trust anybody, then your dream will not come through. Yeah. Because that dream car, you cannot buy it because import duties are going to be expensive. Yeah. That dream house, you cannot build it because you can't buy cement. Yeah. And who makes sure that these things are at a moderate price? The government in power. You may become unemployed. The company you are working with, one day you will go to work and they will say, we can't continue in business again. Yeah. Why? Because government has brought a policy that is affecting us. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying that, yes, the hardship is there. Yes, we have poor leadership, but we have to still be involved in choosing our leaders. Mm-hmm. Because whether I like it or not, that decision, somebody will make it for you. Yeah. And when that happens, you can't hold anybody accountable. Yeah. Because if you're not involved in the appointment, you won't say anything. Yeah. And that's where many people are like, they are not interested in politics. Okay. There are people who are like, hey, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to talk. They won't listen to news. They don't care. But these are the same people complaining about fare, complaining about how expensive rent is. Yeah.